Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, to my vlog. And today we got a box to open and we're going to open it. Oh, maybe it's already opened. Oh no, it's not. So quick cut into there. I can't find me cutty thing. Maybe I should look for it. Or maybe not. Maybe we can get on using a screwdriver. There we go. Now, I already know what this is, of course. And just before I say anything else, actually, I just want to say, yeah, thanks to everyone that supports me on this channel and views my videos and likes, shares, and is subscribed. It's really appreciated. I know it's not a very big channel or anything like that, and I've not exactly stuck up one thing. This channel to me has always been about the progression of sort of me, and I invite you along so you can see the different bits and pieces I'm getting into, what I'm doing. And on this one happens to be an antenna. It's got a few parts, and this is feels pretty heavy duty. We'll use that again. I'm not sure, they look like they're both the same sort of sizes on this. We've got one of these ribbon type cables again, but this is for ground planing. This is yeah, we can divide this into, it's up to 10 lengths, but I've been, because it's recommended, just to do it into 3 pieces. And here we have the main, a couple of the main parts of this antenna. So we've got the ground spike. The ground spike's going to fit into either of these, nice and tight. And this gets pushed into the ground, into the soil, to the grass, wherever. Let's see, they're both exactly the same. They are both exactly the same. Oh, that's going to make my life a little bit easier for something, because I was wondering about the size of these. And this here, I don't know if anybody out there has got a radio. They might put a telescopic antenna on. But this antenna extends to 16 feet, so a little over or 5 meters. 16 feet, and that's going to screw into here. Now there's no coil with this, you know, on the other one that I've got that came from China, there's a coil and it does several bands. This one doesn't have any instructions or anything like that, so I'm going to have a little look around and see if I can see anybody else that's set these up. Now, going up to sort of 5 meters, for 20 megs, that would be a quarter wave, won't it? Yeah, so we're going to have this bit in the ground, stomp that bit in the ground, and then the antenna's going to come off here, and we're going to plug into this bit. And then it's going to be the length of antenna that determines the frequency that we're going to be on. And this is going to be for the ground planing on that. If we take a peek on the screen here, so this is what I paid. Look, $15.10 plus the tax, $18.12. Okay, and $19.29 estimated tax. That's after me clicking on this. I'll do it again. 1929. So the price has gone up, but you can, if you go looking round, because this is what I did, I went looking round and I actually found it cheaper than what I paid. There's one there for 20, 29. It gets crazy as well, £42. But you can find them cheaper. Persevere, look around, and you can find it cheaper than this. I think it was like £13.70. In actual fact, I may have took a screenshot. If I did, I'll overlay it now, which will give you the information on there. But I'm not, you know, I'm going to carry on with this, but I'd have overlaid that for you. And so you'd have the relevant information, the shop, store name, and all that sort of stuff in there. So here it is here. 5.6 meters, 18.3 feet. I said 16 feet, didn't I? Sorry, 18.3 feet. I'm not going to take measure to go and to measure it, so we'll just take it as that's what it is. 14 meters, 30 megahertz. Sorry, 14 megahertz to 30 megahertz. So that's the 20 meter band, which is 14 megahertz. They're about 4.8 out of 274 reviews, 1,000 plus sold, certified brands and committed genuine items. Very nice. All right then, so this is what you get. Your ground stake, the cupola, between the ground stake and the active part, and this for ground plane, or radials, whatever you want to call them. I divide mine into 3, so that's one group of 4. There's 10 in total there. 3, 3 and a 4. Alright, so that's what you get. It doesn't tell you. I'm pretty sure somewhere I saw it said that it radiated or vibrated on several different places, or 7 different places. I can't remember. But so yeah, you can go for different frequencies here. Very effective at 14.270 megahertz, which is the 20 meter band, which is what I'll tune it for. So okay, there we are. Look, smooth stretch, up to 14 vibrators. Pull rod design, freely retractable and adjustable. It's a telescopic antenna. Don't know if you're going to get a brass fitting, but all right. So let's take a peek at it. Let's get it put up outside and take a look and see if we can get resonant on 20 meters, say. Okay, guys. So here's my face. So we're in the garden here. This is the Pack 12. I'm going to quickly just take this down and show you how simple this is. As an antenna, I don't think it could be any simpler. This was set up for 40 meters, and yeah, I've had quite a few contacts around the world on it. That's pretty good. The only part I found to be sort of a bit of a problem with this is they're taking this apart, getting these. Oh no! All right. Okay. So just that one's a little bit harder, but that's how quick it can, it can pack down. It's the JPC12, but it's also called the Pack 12. And that's it. That's it all there. That's the pack 12 packed down. No. I'm going to leave these radials here just for now. So really, that goes to show how quick and easy that is, doesn't it, to put up. And what we're going to do now is we're going to be setting it up to I'm going to be using this nano VNA, which I managed to switch on in my pocket. Oh. Try and do it so it's not the reflection of me, it's just you being able to see that. Nope, which one's best? There or there? Alright, so I'm going to do a recall on it, and we're going to look on the SD card, because these are all the ones I've got calibrated in. We want 20 meters calibration. Alright, and then I'm going to use that in my pocket just for a second, and might be about there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Apologies if you can't. Already done how it is. These just to let you know, these are the cheap Chinese things, and you know, I know they say you shouldn't speak bad of stuff, but they're rubbish, honestly. Oh darn it, I forgot to bring out the connector. I'll have to go and get the connector. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, this is got to put one of these adapters on. Okay, we're still at the right place. That's between 13.9 and 14.450. That puts us in the right sort of area that we want to be. So we'll see what it comes up. Let's see what it comes up with when it's straight out of the box. Alright, well, I can see at the top of here. I don't know if you can. Let's see if we can zoom in. I'll normally put this thing to 2s and 3s, but now I want it to do it, it won't do it. Sometimes I really hate this camera. But so I can see that because it's going up higher here, a little bit lower here, we need to reduce the antenna length. But first of all, I'm going to make sure we're in the right mode. I'll just go back there, go on to a display format. We want to be in SWR mode. Alright. So yeah, that would indicate to me actually wants to be a bit longer, but I'm going to bring you in closer. So we bring this up to round about the middle. Yeah. I'll bring it into where we're going to be. If I want to be between 350 and around about 100 to 350s, that's what I thought was 175. Let's just put it in round about there. So there's where we want to be at quite a low SWR, and the SWR there is 1.7. So the first thing I'm going to do then is I'll make it a little bit smaller, see what happens. The SWR's come down. We're now 1.6. A bit lower again. SWR is 1.663. Still in that right space there. Let's bring it in a little bit lower. What's it say? 1.662. Let's bring that down and see. Right, so that goes up. So we got to find the sweet spot then between that and that. A bit further. Where have we got now? 1.4. Right in the middle of the band. I'm just going to go up a little tiny bit more just to see if it will come down a bit lower. Oh, did that look like it jumped up? It jumped up. So we'll go a little bit lower. 1.3. And that 1.3 is quite nicely all the way from plus 1.2. We go, oh, got a slight thing with a connection I think here. There we go, across here, that's 1.7, so I've got a funny feeling our connector here is just being a bit of a mischief. 1.7, let me just add that to the yeah, look, we can see here, look, 1.27, all the way across. That's jumped up, so my connector here is not connecting as well as what it ought to be, which isn't very good, because we want it to be connecting in such a way that we don't have these issues. Alright, well, this is what I'm saying about these particular plugs. They're not the greatest, and it's because this section unscrews as well. Down on the floor down there, it's unscrewed a bit, so we can see wiggling about adjusts. Oh, come here. We can see that wiggling about adjusts, and that's no good. So what's it doing for us now? I mean, I think we're in the ballpark, but yeah, I need to take that cable off and have a look, because this is a bit all over the place. That's the problem with these cheap connectors. Unfortunately, you know, you get what you pay for. When it comes to things like your connectors, I'm going to unscrew this out a little tiny bit. I'm trying to see it now. It almost looks like, to me it almost looks like it's the internal braid is pushing up towards the top. Of course that won't do. Trying to get that to go in there without that being a big bodge job. Maybe I may have to go in and resolder it, but just for now I'm just going to pull this out a little bit. Oh, damn it. Pull that out so it looks like it's got a separation there, just to get the VSWR down where we can. But this is certainly not the way to use it. Alright, so it's saying now the way it is, like 1.7, right? If I just go back up on that slightly, what's that doing to the number now? 1.7. And now again, look. 1.7, 1.3, so that wants to go down a bit anyway. That sort of area there. 1.7. So what I'm doing is start going back down again with it. 0.6, 6.9. 1.68, 0.7, 0.77. It's going back up again. So we've gone past the sweet spot. But it doesn't help with this particular connector not being the way it should be. Right, because I'm not happy with the way that connector is, I'm going to go back in there, I'm going to resolder it and come back and try again. Okay guys. So I'm hoping I made this this connection a bit better this time. In actual fact, I think I put it in the other end first, just to yeah, what I did was I just took it out, cut the thing back a bit further, left a bit more white of the inner insulator, and resoldered it. They're not the greatest, the plugs. You get it too warm and all this stuff in the brown stuff will melt and this will just come out. But just to get you going, just to get you in the feel of it, you know, soldering these things up and putting them together and whatever, yeah, they're okay. But I wouldn't have them as my my permanent fittings, as it were. This is just what I use for this, for playing around a bit. I'd always go for those MMP ones. That's what I got on my 2 metre antenna and the patch leads and everything else. I should have probably done videos of them showing you how to solder those things up, because some people like to get the old tape measure out and, oh, look at that, look, that don't look very good, does it? Let's not quite sure what that's supposed to be resonant at anyway, but let's go to a SD card, do a recall, load from SD card, 20 meters. So here we are at 20 meters now. Put it into VSWR format, SWR, and OK. Right, let's put this to the middle area where we want it to be, which is about 14, what did you say, 14.175? Somewhere about there, that'll do. 175, that'll make that sort of 223, a bit higher. Let's just put it here, 14,200, that'll do. Unless we want to get it down low there at the minute, this is 1.7. I think that's what it said before, didn't it? But let's lower this down a bit. 1.709, 68, 67, 66, 65. Oh, itchy nose. 65 still. Don't know if we're going on the wrong side of this now. Could be going up. So look, 65. Looks like we're going back up again. Well, my connectors are good, aren't they? Yeah, so why is this? Why is it looking like it's going back up again? Let's fully extend it. Let's make sure we're all fully extended. Let's have a look, see what it says. 1.7. But look, we want that. Shift up here a bit, so we want to make the antenna smaller. So, a bit smaller. 173. Bit smaller. Why if we put that all the way down there like that? Well, we've got a 1.7, but it looks like a pretty flat line though, doesn't it? Maybe we can look at the way our radials are, because I've just stuck those on any old down. It's nicely connected, isn't it? Alright, we're still 14.2. Let's put this up here and pull one of these radials around, because sometimes this can make a difference. Alright, I could put on the other ones, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I mean, the other one's here, but that's not actually connected. So let's just see if we made any difference whatsoever. You see now that I moved that radial? Look how far that's going down now. And of course, it could be because I moved back from here. If I move a bit closer, no, there still seems to be a deeper. It still seems to have gone down. Actually, in actual fact, it's gone down up here as well, 1.6. Just by moving that one radial a little bit. So that's 1.5 like. What now? 1.5 still. But it seems to be a bit lower down that end as well. Oh. 1.4. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to space these radials out. I'll leave that like this, right? I'll come back as far as the coax lets us. Now, I know that when I go upstairs and hook this into the longer coax, which is, I don't know if you can see the end of it, but it is over there. Let me just do a quick, see, yep. I know I think that's the right setting again. When I connect into the end of that, this will shift across a bit. No, it will make the whole thing a bit bigger. And so we need to take that into consideration as well, doing this, otherwise I'll be up and down the stairs 30 times trying to sort it out. So let's look at that like that now. Let's have a look at the VSWR 1.4. No, let's see if I go a bit. It's about 1.5 inches, 1.4. But it looks like it's a bit lower across the whole thing. So if I were to go here, 14.3 is the highest I want to be on this, or is it 350? I can't remember. Let's just put it 350 anyway. It's 1.5. It's usable, but we want it a bit better than that. So let me, that radial, not this one, but that one there, I'm going to move over this way and see what happens. And let's just look at this at the minute. Look, 1453. Doing this doesn't have to be perfect. What was it? 1453. 1346. Alright, so it definitely makes a difference. And look, the actual curve's a bit more of a curve now. So if I drop that down a bit more, and we look at that, now it's flattened it out. 1.3, and this is 164. So let's move this across. 1.2, 1.35. So that's still under 1.4, which is good enough. But we want it a little bit better. Well, I'm hoping I'm not going to go past the 142. That's at the highest point, at the highest frequency. Let's just look at that again. 141. If we go back to the middle, about 250. So I'll start using the frequency around about here. That's at 135. Oh. And then this is where there's a lot of activity, and 250 mark, a lot of activity. Voice 137, yeah, and then about total out, I think it's about here, I can't remember, it's 300 or 350, but that's 1404. And looking at that, we could probably tune that just slightly better, even though it is looking, if you look at that end there to that end there, if I put this right in the middle, let's say what was it, 150 down, that'll be 50. So let's go about 235, something like that. We can get that to be right in the middle, best part in the middle part there. I think we're saying it's all right. But again, I'm just going to move the radial slightly and just see what happens. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I can see that it looks like on the right hand side it's a little bit lower. On the left hand side it's a little bit higher. Which in a way is okay, because there now it's 1.3 at 1448, and down there's like the CW and stuff. I'm not going to be using that. So what we've effectively done, by moving that radial, is just move that centre point. Let's say 235, 240, and now we've got a 1.324. I'm happy with that to go and try it on 20 meters. I'm happy with that. We'll have to connect it up upstairs and see what it's like. Connect it upstairs. And first of all, I'm going to pull this other radials out of the way. so these aren't in the mix. Alright, just wrap them up. That's the beauty about these, you just wrap them up nice and easy. Chuck them in the box. I'll have a little quick look, see how much that's changed. And I suppose we can see some change, look, because we moved the radials. 1.4, that's in the middle. So let's just see if we can equal that out again. Right that way. And pull that one that way. So it's going out like a triangle. It's 1 metre. So again, what's it now? 135. So this is just moving those radials slightly, just pulling them out. The one going this way, I've pulled out lengthwise. That one going over there, you see where that goes, just goes into the hedge. And that one over there goes around the corner a little bit, goes in there. That's just playing with the radials, so you can adjust this a bit with the radials. But let's go and connect it up to the rest of the coax. So I've got to plug this other one in now. Unplug this. Unplug that. Unplug this one in. There. Right. So let's go take this upstairs and see what it's like. So this is the pass through, even though that's not how it comes to. And over here, look. Remember I said to you that it's going to adjust the size of the antenna. So it means VSWR will change. So if I put this at my lowest point now, let's say 170, that's 5.6. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go downstairs. I'm going to make the antenna a little bit longer. So this moves across a little bit, which should bring this down. But you'll still want to keep that end, when we're going to higher figures, low. So I'm just going to pop that there. I'll go down and change that. Okay, so as you can see, it's now 1.3 at the very lowest point, and I'll actually be using it from about this. So 1.3 still, up to 350. Halfway down, 250 is really active. That's 1.25. 350. 1.23. Really? I could do with making it slightly longer again then, couldn't I? Just a little tad. And I'm going to have to put the tuner in for it. So I'm going to make it slightly longer. Alright then. So what we got? So in the middle there then. We're on a 1.2 now, and right at the end, what did we say about 1.3? That's a 139913, and 14.39512. 12 is all the way through. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's get a couple of contacts. Mike 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey. Mike 7, Sierra Victor Whiskey.
Sierra Victor Whiskey. Good evening, good afternoon. Thank you. You are 57 in Lithuania. And my name Audis, America, London, George, Italy, Sierra. Go ahead.
Algis, very nice to make your acquaintance. Yeah, my name is Simon. I'm in the United Kingdom. First name this way is Simon. Sierra, India, Mike, Oscar, November. Can you go again with your QTH, please, my friend?
Okay, Simon. I live in Kaunas, my QTH kilowatt alpha uniform, Norway, America, Sierra. 73, Simon. Thank you and good luck to you. Lima Yankee 2, November Kilo.
Lima Yankee 2 November Kilo. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. You're coming across to me about a 4, 4 and a 5, or a 5 and a 4, I should say. 5 and a 4. But very, very good audio. Very good audio.
Thank you, Simon. Good night. Lima Yankee 2, November Kilo. Lima Yankee 2, kilowatt. You are back.
November Bravo Hotel, calling and listening.
Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey.
Mike 6 Sierra Victor Whiskey, is that Roger?
Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey.
Okay, Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey. Good evening, thank you for calling in. You're 59 plus, the name is Robert. QSL.
Great stuff. Yeah, I didn't quite get the name there, but the name this way is Simon, Sierra, India, Mike, Oscar, November. I'm in the UK, and you're coming across 5 and 3, 5 and 3. I'm just using a portable antenna, so I don't expect much from this station. Portable antenna.
Okay, Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey, DL2 November Bravo Hotel. Okay, Simon, you're 59 without the preamplifier switched on. I'm beaming stateside and also to you. So you're like a local one, great signal. The name is Robert Romeo Oscar Bravo Echo Romeo Tango. Call sign is Delta Lima 2 November Bravo Hotel, and I'm close to Frankfurt. Running 100 watts, QSL.
Oh, roger that, Robert. Oh, great stuff. Yeah, so I'm probably doing about 25 watts my end. So it's great that I'm getting out to you. I'm just testing an antenna I erected an hour ago, which is a cheap Chinese telescopic antenna. And it's about just over 5 meters in length, the telescopic antenna. And I'm in the middle of the UK, so getting out to Frankfurt there is quite impressive.
Roger, great signal. How much power do you run? What is your power?
It's around about 25 watts. It may be a little bit more than 25 watts at the moment, but it's around about 25 watts.
It's picking 10 over 9 on the meter, and the preamplifier is off, switched off. And great signal and a great modulation. I'm running 100 watts, and I'm beaming stateside. Maybe somebody's coming through from stateside. So I'm running a 10 element Yagi, but 3 elements active on 20, beaming northwest. QSL?
Roger that. Wow, I'm quite impressed with how this antenna is working. I can't see, I mean, I can see that my power supply is drawing about 7 amps. So I can't see my ability of putting out more than about 25, possibly 30 watts. So coming across to you, that your beam antenna must be very, very much pointing in my direction. Back to you.
Yeah, that's just pointed to stateside and also to you now. So that's the story. But not very high, only 9 meters above the ground. I dropped it down because we had some storms. So I put it
the antenna down, tower down, to prevent a damaged tower and antenna system. So at this time, 9 meters above the ground and beaming to stateside. So the antenna is fixed with a rope to save the rotor and all the other systems and the mechanical construction. So that's the story. And when I'm DXing, so I'm putting the antenna to the normal height of approximately 50 meters, and you can see the difference, and a great difference. And I'm hanging out at the ropes, so it's not a fixed system, so I can rotate it as usual, and so it's working fine since a lot of years. I think 20 years. Yes, the system is installed approximately 20 years ago. So have a nice weekend, dear friend. Thank you for calling in, and maybe you will have more fun on 20. Thank you. And good afternoon from Germany. Mike 7, Sierra, Victor Whiskey, Deal 2 November Bravo Hotel. The telephone is just ringing. Do excuse me. 73, Deal 2 November Bravo Hotel.
DO2 November Charlie Hotel. Yes, great stuff. Well, it's good to hear the working conditions there, and I hope wish you the best of luck for the rest of your day. 73 from Mike 7 Sierra Victor Whiskey. 73. I received that. November Bravo Hotel. I'll feel the same. Well, I suppose we can say we're getting on to Frankfurt, okay?